This is the first part in a collection of 10 reels taken by the US military after the Normandy invasion during the operation to take Cherbourg in June of 1944. After the video, I've added a clip of sensational color footage that fits in showing German test firing of their V-2 ballistic missile in 1944. So stick around. It's worth it. I promise. To put the film material into context, here's a map showing the Normandy invasion and operations from June 6th to 12th of 1944. To secure success of the Normandy landings, the first major objective was to clear the enemy from the Cotentin Peninsula and take the port city of Cherbourg, which could then become a major logistical base for further operations in France. The operation, however, wouldn't be easy, as Hitler had declared Cherbourg a fortress city, and the Germans stationed there had plenty of fight left in them. Without such a deep-water port, equipment packed for transit would first have to be unloaded at a port in Great Britain, unpacked, waterproofed, and then reloaded onto landing craft to be transferred to shallow water facilities in France. Removing this fortress city would also greatly reduce the likelihood of the enemy conducting a successful large-scale counterattack. Its elimination would raise Allied troop morale and hurt that of the Germans. After the Normandy landings, the importance of the town Kármán was clear to both sides. Situated between the Utah and Omaha beachheads, if the Germans could keep it, they might be able to counterattack and divide the beachheads, which would be the first step in defeating the invasion. On the other hand, if the Germans could be forced out, then it could be used as a base for attacks deeper into German-occupied France. On June 13th, German armored units, including elements of the 17th SS Panzergrenadier Division, reinforced the German paratroopers that remained in the outskirts of the town. This original map shows what would come to be known as the Battle of Bloody Gulch. The battle was popularly portrayed in the series Band of Brothers, showing a bazooka crew from E Company destroying a lone German tank at a key moment in the battle. After this battle, the US 7th Corps raced west and cut off the peninsula. By the 16th, the German situation had become precarious. Erwin Rommel and other commanders wished to withdraw their troops in good order into the Atlantic Wall fortifications of Cherbourg, where he believed that they could withstand a siege for some time, but Hitler demanded that they hold their present lines. Late on June 17th, Hitler agreed that the troops might withdraw, but specified that they were to occupy a new, illogical defensive line, spanning the entire peninsula, just south of Cherbourg. Within 24 hours, the 4th, 9th, and 79th Infantry Divisions were driving north on a broad front. It wouldn't be long until these lines would also be easily broken through, with many lives unnecessarily lost. During the advance, there was little opposition on the western side of the peninsula, and on the eastern side, the exhausted defenders around Montebourg collapsed. Several large caches of V-1 flying bombs were discovered by the Americans, and just before reaching the outskirts of Fortress Cherbourg, they found an unfinished V-2 rocket installation just south of the city of Brix. Construction of the massive bunker complex had begun during 1943 under the codename Reservelager West, Reserve Storage Facility West, at Sodavast. When operational, it was intended to be a storage and servicing facility for launching V-2 ballistic missiles. It was designed to store 300 missiles and accommodate a missile regiment. The first step in the construction process had been the laying of a 5-meter fortified concrete roof flat on the ground. Then the soil underneath would be excavated so that the construction works below would be protected against aerial attacks. Since the need to transport the missiles from storage bunker to the launching pad was relatively time-consuming, only about 12 V-2s could have been launched a week. There is some speculation that the launch sites on the peninsula were designed to fire V-2s not with conventional warheads, but rather chemical warheads containing nerve gas, like sarin or tabun. Following Operation Crossbow's devastating bombings, initial plans for launching from the massive underground bunkers or fixed pads were dropped. Work was begun developing the mobile launching systems. The site at Sodavast would be filled in by the U.S. Army under 20 meters of soil. By June 20th, the American divisions were within striking distance of Cherbourg. The garrison commander, Lieutenant General Karl Wilhelm von Schlieben, had 21,000 men, but many of these were hastily drafted naval personnel or from labor units. Many of them had been working on the V-2 complexes. Notice that the GI is firing a captured MP-40. And now, here's that 1944 color V-2 footage. If you like this kind of content, which integrates different primary historical sources, please subscribe to the channel. Patreon supporters preview all videos uploaded to YouTube and get regular access to footage that can't be shown here. Thanks for watching.